Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about this game, man. The Clippers versus the Sacramento Kings. Double overtime. The Kings won 176 to 175. Paul George turned the ball over twice in regulation, and Plumlee turned the ball over twice in the second overtime, and they lost the game. Malik Monk was on fire. Kawhi Leonard was on fire, but the defense was non-existent on both sides. Instead of double-teaming Monk and getting the ball out of his hand, Malik Monk went ether, basically, and the Clippers lost the game. They should have won, but Paul George, once again, turned the ball over twice in regulation, and they end up in 2 overtimes. The rest is history. Now, here is my problem with the Clippers, and this has been going on all year, all season. Whenever they're up by a lot, basically they're comfortable. Whenever they're up, they get comfortable and they stop playing. So whenever the Clippers is up and they're feeling good about themselves, they get comfortable. They stop playing. And basically that's what happened tonight, and they lost the game. On the opposite side, whenever they're down and they're trying to fight back, they play hard as hell. So the Clippers play better when they're fighting from behind than when they're up and they're front running. It doesn't make any sense. Russell Westbrook played great today. Gave you 17 points, 14 assists. Almost had a triple-double. In his first game, he did his thing. No problem with Russell Westbrook. Played very well compared to when he was on the Lakers. Obviously, the reason why is the Clippers have shooters. The Lakers, they can't shoot. Now they can, but prior to the trade deadline, they suck. They can't shoot. But now the Lakers actually have shooters. But back to the situation at hand. All they had to do was take care of the ball in regulation and win the game. Simple game. Take care of the ball. You win the game. It's that simple. But Paul George turned the ball over twice. Careless turnovers, which resulted in a loss. How did they lose this game? I don't even know. I'm still shocked. Like, how did they lose this game? Late in the fourth quarter, they was up by double digits, basically ready to close this game out. Russell Westbrook could have had his grand entrance, win the first game as a Clipper. That would have been great for him. But nope, they're not going to take care of the ball. Careless, careless, careless. Second overtime, they should have won also. Same situation. Plumlee, 2 turnovers. Back-to-back turnovers by Plumlee in the second overtime. And the rest is history. It just don't make sense. Kawhi had a masterful game tonight. So did Monk. So did De'Aaron Fox. They all had masterful games. The defense was non-existent. No one really played defense, but Kawhi was on fire. Monk was on fire. De'Aaron Fox was on fire. Paul George was somewhat semi-on fire. It was a great game. It was a playoff game, playoff atmosphere. This is a game the Clippers should have won easily. All they had to do was take care of the ball. But they couldn't do that. Whenever they're up and front running, for some reason they relax. They've been doing this all year, all season, so this ain't new. I've been seeing this all season, all year. The Clippers are up, beating the team up, and they'll just relax. And the team will come back and tie the game or beat them. I've seen this so many times, I'm used to it. It's basically a bad habit that they got to kick, because you can't go into the playoff with this kind of bad habit. Not the playoff. It's the regular season now, but the playoff is right there. And you got to shake these bad habits, because you can't go into the playoff with this kind of mentality where you're relaxing. Oh, we're up by double digits. Okay, let's relax. We don't have to play hard anymore, or we don't have to take care of the ball anymore. I don't get it. They should have won this game, period. Forget overtime. In regulation, they should have won this game. If Paul George didn't turn over the ball twice, which shift the momentum, they would have won. This should have been an easy win, but you could never count on the Clippers to do anything right. I mean, seriously, ever. So once again, another bad loss because no one played defense. The Kings didn't play any defense. The Clippers didn't play any defense. So this game was basically who could outscore the other team the entire night. Anything you can do, I can do better. That was basically the situation. Or you score, I score. So it was basically who had the better gunner, basically. That's what it came down to. back and forth the entire night. But in the fourth quarter, the Clippers had the game going down the stretch. Under 5 minutes, they had the game. It was in the bag, literally in the bag. All they had to do was take care of the ball and win. But nope, you can't count on that. Paul George is going to turn the ball over twice back to back, shift the momentum, and we end up in overtime. They allowed Malik Monk to hit a big three and send the game to overtime. And then they went to a second overtime. And down the stretch, once again, Kawhi got a big block. They got the ball. Twice Plumlee turned the ball over, back to back. So Paul George had 2 back-to-back turnovers. And in the second overtime, Plumlee had 2 back-to-back turnovers. I can't make this up. And that was the game right there. Both those 2 turnovers, those 4 turnovers was the game basically. So they should have won in regulation, but Paul George messed up. They should have won in the second overtime. Plumlee messed up. And that's the game for you basically. And no one played defense. So defense wasn't a factor tonight at all. No one played defense. Both teams was lighting it up from downtown. I mean, threes was just raining. Three-pointer on both sides. Malik Monk is on fire. Kawhi was on fire the entire night. Paul George was semi on fire. De'Aaron Fox is on fire. Russ is doing his thing, setting everybody up. 14 assists, so he was dishing the ball, doing his thing really well. And they couldn't bring this game home, man. And I'm so disappointed. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm telling you. I can't imagine all the other Clipper fans, like you're frustrated because you see this time and time again. Just take care of the ball. Despite not playing any defense, all they had to do was take care of the ball. Take care of the ball, you win this game. Regardless, they would have still won the game if they took care of the ball. But nope, not the Clippers. They're not going to do that. So once again, the game was 176 to 175. Double overtimes. So here are the scores, man, for both teams. So here are the stats. Kawhi had 44 points. Paul George had 34 points. Russell Westbrook had 17 points, 14 assists. Nicholas Batum had 19 points, 8 rebounds. Norman Powell had 24 points. Terrence Mann had 10 points. So that was the Clippers. On the Kings side, Sabonis had 20 points, 10 rebounds. De'Aaron Fox had 42 points, 12 assists. He was a monster. Keegan Murray had 15 points. Barnes had 11 points, 6 rebounds. Kevin Huerter had 11 points. Malik Monk had 45 points, 6 assists. So he went ether also. Lyles had 10 points. So Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox went ether, basically. They both combined for 87 points. Almost 100 points between 2 players. That is insane. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox went insane tonight. Kawhi was a monster, but it didn't matter because they lost the game at the end. Paul George played very well also, but it didn't matter. They lost the game because of careless turnovers. No one played defense, so throw that out the window. Careless turnovers, they lost the game. All they had to do was take care of the ball down the stretch. They would have won in regulation. Russell Westbrook made his debut. It would have looked great. It would have been a great look for Russell Westbrook making his debut because he played well. But you can't count on the Clippers to do the right thing and play. You can't count on the Clippers to do what's necessary to win the game. That's asking a lot, trust me. If you watch the Clippers all season, you are asking a lot for them to do what's necessary to win a game. Just to get this win, all they had to do was simply take care of the ball. Not score anything. That was good. Down the stretch in the fourth, just take care of the ball, PG. 2 back-to-back turnovers, come on, man. That's careless. Very careless. And this is all season. I've been seeing this all season long. And you can't go into the playoff with this bad habit. You can't. They got to shake this because this kind of habit in the playoff will have you home in the first round. You can't go into the playoff with this kind of bad habit. Like, they got to work on this, man. It's crazy. I'm still shocked they lost this game. They should have won. That is insane. And no one played defense. That's crazy. Almost 200 points in a game. So no defense was played tonight. Throw that out the window. This was a shootout, basically, which the Clippers actually should have won the shootout if they just took care of the ball in the fourth quarter. Winning regulation, and Russ would have looked great because he played well, but they blew it. Kawhi Leonard played masterful tonight. He had a masterful game tonight, but it doesn't matter because they lost. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox outgunned them, basically. They got gunned down by the Kings' two gunners, and the rest is history. So let's look at the team stats, man. So the Kings shot 58% from the field. The Clippers shot 60% from the field. The Kings shot 44% from three. They was on fire. The Clippers shot 58% from three. They was on fire, ether hot. That's crazy. The Kings shot 80% from the free throw line. The Clippers shot 86% from the free throw line. The Kings had 43 rebounds. The Clippers had 42, so that was basically even. The Kings had 33 assists. The Clippers had 39. They both had 3 blocks apiece. The Kings had 18 steals. The Clippers had 8 steals, which means a lot of buckets and transition buckets came off of steal, basically. Defensive pressure, collapsing, playing the passing lane. 18 steals. So they was getting their hands on these balls, man. No homo. They were getting their hands on these loose balls, man, and playing the passing lane, because 18 steals, that's insane. That's a lot of steals. That's converted to points, basically. The Kings had 15 turnovers. The Clippers had 25 turnovers. Like I said, they didn't take care of the ball. 25 turnovers. That's why they lost the game. Beyond anything else, that's the reason why. 25 turnovers in crucial moments, crucial times. So in very crucial moments when you need to take care of the ball, they kept turning the ball over. Every time you blink, in crucial moments, win the game, nope, turnover. And the results, they lost the game. So that's basically it, man, as far as the game. It was a very good game. A very good game. Playoff atmosphere. Both teams showed up. It was a very good game. But it came down to who took care of the ball. And the Clippers never took care of the ball. Neither team took care of the ball, but the Clippers was terrible down the stretch. You have to take care of the ball, especially in a close game like this when both teams are on fire shooting the ball. You have to take care of the ball. And as you can see, one team shot 44% from three. They was on fire. The other team shot 58%. So they was on super fire. Both was hot from downtown. Ridiculously hot. So the deciding factor was turnovers. And it sucks because Kawhi played well. PG played well. Russ played well. Powers played well. Everyone played well on both sides. And it just came down to who took care of the ball. But once again, man, the Clippers let me down once again. And this wasn't coaching. This was just bad mental error by the team. Bad mental error. That's all it was. This had nothing to do with coaching. Because both team was gunning, they was hot. Both team was on fire, so put coaching aside. Just take care of the ball, man. You win the game. It's that simple. Take care of the ball in fourth quarter. Down the stretch, you win the game. Take care of the ball in overtime. Down the stretch, you win the game. And they couldn't do that. So I got to tip my hat off to the Malik Monk. De'Aaron Fox went for almost 90 points between two players. That is insane. So they went nuclear. Kawhi was on fire. He was nuclear, but it doesn't matter. As always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share. Holla at your boy. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.